Channel 13, Spook, 1974.
Spook.
Couples on a wild weekend find fun and frolics in a haunted house, and also a mysterious stranger. I don't know about that.
I'm tired of changing the channels. Let's watch it.
Spook.
Roll up the windows, lock the car. Lock your doors.
Okay, got it. Whoa.
Oh.
What is this? Oh.
Did you lock this? And keep it quiet.
Richard, you want to let the rest of us come up and play? Can we come up and play, Richard?
Wow.
It better be easy to get us in this. Richard. Richard.
Look at the lion.
Richie. May I help?
Wow, Richard. How did you do that?
Oh, my little singer. No, everybody. Will the mystery guest sign in, please? Well, you see, I'm telling. It was 20 years ago today that tragedy crept into this nursery in the form of a shapely but embittered domestic and struck again. Because, you see, the mistress of the house had left early that day and left her little 4-year-old daughter in the capable hands of Mrs. Muldoon. I was about 12 in the afternoon, in time for the little girl's bath, when Mrs. Muldoon crept from the downstairs into the upstairs, down the hall, as quiet as a mouse, mind you, and into the nursery. And then as she pulled back the shower curtain, there sat little Alice, playing in the tub with the little rubber duckies, unaware of the danger looming over her head. Mrs. Muldoon wasn't content to be a maid at all. Mrs. Muldoon was insane. Why should this little girl be allowed to inherit a king's ransom in money, land, stock, position? Why should she be allowed all these things? Mrs. Muldoon made one fateful error. In her haste to bury the body, she buried instead the little rubber ducky. The case was instantly solved. Mrs. Muldoon was brought to justice, and little Alice, well, some say you can still hear her cries in the night, and if you look carefully, you can see tiny little wet footprints on the hall rug.
All right. Would you wait?
I really got to go.
Well, wait a minute.
It was 100 years ago today that Sherman burned Atlanta in this very room. I can see it all now.
All right, fearless leader, what happened here?
I'm about to tell you.
Yes, sir.
A man by the name of Patrick Halsey lived in this room. Patrick Halsey. And Patrick had a great life. He had a great life indeed. Filled with all the right things, all the right places, all the right people, even all the right things to eat. And it also was a fast-moving life for Patrick. Fast indeed. Fast-moving, fast-dealing, fast-talking. Get in fast, make your money, get out and move. Get in fast, make your money, and get out and move. Quick, 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 quick. That's the way Patrick did everything. He was even that way with the ladies. Yes, he was even that way with the ladies. And there was one thing about Patrick. He was vain. And he knew it, and he didn't care. He knew that his looks were good, and his tastes were expensive. Very expensive. Very, very, very expensive. He also knew he was standing on the eve of a new decade. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it was that wonderful year of 1929.
the year of the big crash.
What happened? Did he jump out a window or something?
Yeah.
I think this is a bad idea.
Why?
Well, this house doesn't belong to us. We have no business being here.
Beverly, baby, don't worry. If anybody comes, I'll take full responsibility and you won't get in trouble at all, okay? So relax, come on.
Every party has a pooper, that's why we invited you. Party pooper, party pooper.
You've got an oak tree, say, in the middle of a forest. And you've got one little acorn hanging from this oak tree, right? And this acorn falls, right? There you've got an interim of where the acorn is falling and hitting the ground and where it hung before. Now, if nobody sees that acorn in the tree, or sees it fall, or sees what happens in between, who's to say it ever happened? Huh?
Have you ever heard an acorn fall?
That's not the point.
Have you ever heard an acorn fall?
But that's not the point.
All right, if you've ever heard an acorn fall, then you can just use your logic with knowing that it falls from the tree to the ground.
But what
You've heard it, that it makes noise. So
But I'm trying
using the law of order, you're going to hear it again when it falls again, Richard.